Welcome everyone, welcome. Let me get everything sort of going today. And we can get started. Wanted to go over a couple things before we actually start streaming today. Kind of wanted to go over a couple things with everyone. So after kind of taking a look at the stats and everything, and the levels for certain weapons, I think we'll probably be leveling up heart and then skill. Heart then skill to pretty much as high as we can get them. Because a lot of the weapons I want to be using do require skill, and we do want to have a little bit of ninjutsu. We do want to have a little bit of ninjutsu for everything later on. Ninjutsu is very powerful as a utility tool, so we want to... there we go, I exist. We want to eventually be able to use it appropriately. Hopefully. So, kind of blocking the arena in the way. My apologies, I'll fix that later. There's very few places I can really reliably put myself without blocking something in the game, since the game does frequently utilize the corners very well. But you can tell when I have enough to level up based on it. And you can see the Amrita anyways. So, it is good. You can see, let me lean forward real quick. We got that. I did a little bit of off-screen grinding to get enough levels to show you guys some of the mechanics that I wanted to introduce to you today. First off, we're actually going to start off with something we would do later, but we actually got lucky. So I have some new weapons and such. I only grinded the first level because I wanted a weapon like this which specifically had an imbue property. Imbue lightning. This is a purple spear that allows you to do lightning damage with it. Imbue lightning is what that means. Imbue lightning is probably the best imbue type besides the dual type. And basically every damage type has a status effect directly tied to it. Lightning damage has shocked status effect. Fire damage has burning. Water damage has saturation. So on and so forth, right? Well, this right here imbues shock, and shock slows the enemy's movements once it is fully imbued, which is good. Now I'm going to go over here, and before we actually get into the roleplay aspect of everything today, I'm going to introduce to you what kind of build we'll be going for. So these down here are the weapon scaling properties with stats. You can actually change these later on once we get the blacksmith, and this will allow us to know what kind of stats we need for a weapon. As you can see, right now we scale mostly off of constitution, but we have a little bit of scaling in strength and skill. If you remember last time, we have most of our points are in heart. So swords, like Odachi's, single swords, which I swear I have a good one. Ah yes, that's a little bit lower. Single swords like these scale off of heart mainly, so we're going to be using those for any tough boss fights, but we do want to get our spear skill up, because once we get our heart to a reasonable level, currently it's at 20 because I leveled up a couple times off camera so you guys didn't have to see any grinding. Once we get our heart to a reasonable level, we're going to start working on our skill big time, and then we're going to be a shinobi. We're going to spec into heart, skill, and dexterity, because shinobi arts are very powerful early game and everything. I've also decided to name our protagonist here, right? Start working. There we go. Sorry. I've also decided to name our protagonist here. Our protagonist name, which I've decided on, shall be Dijo. Unfortunately, we can't say our name because we have no tongue. However, Dijo shall be our name. Yes, indeed. We got a couple new yokai visages. So I killed enough Geki to get... Hold on, my kitty cat needs my assistance. A spoiled cat. We killed enough Gaki, sorry, not enough Gaki to properly learn more information about them. They're constantly hungry, basically. And they feed off of each other. They kill and eat each other frequently, right? So it's pretty important that we kill these guys pretty quick. We haven't got enough for yokai. You gotta kill 20 of them. And Enki especially not. But Mizuki we were able to. Mizuki are basically Night Parade demons. They are demons who try and dig their way to hell. They're also born from the dead souls of Calvary most of the time. And they are frequently associated with the underworld. However, we are not in the underworld yet. We also got Gozuki, which are similar in nature, but not the same. Created through different means and have different goals. Komoda. We have our cat friend here. Scampus. I believe is how you would say it. He's a very odd cat. He's quite large and round. And that's it. As you can see, I did also get a helmet, which is actually light enough for us to be able to use it properly. So, yeah, let me scooch back a little bit. Get the camera at a better angle. There we go. So you guys can see my full movements. So, that's good for today. As far as the rest of the stuff, we actually don't have the blacksmith yet. That's our next mission. The dojo just has tutorials for right now. Nothing special. And Hidden Tea House is not unlocked. We're not online, so we don't have that quite yet. We are going to be doing this side mission over here first. So, like it says in the description, on today's episode, we will be finding a very familiar man. We may be replaying the first level, I will say that, but we will find a very familiar man. We swear we've seen somewhere before. To deal with a band of thieves which has been terrorizing surrounding villages, and finally learn a bit about who we are and face a very hot opponent, literally. Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very odd forest, ravaged by war. It has been transformed into a place living creatures dare not go. Yet, bandits seem to always find their way, don't they? Missions like this are very good to go on, and we will be trying to do as many missions as possible. We are still in light armor category, so we are still good. And here is our friend. Ah, yes, this is the mission that teaches you about soul cores. I actually got some new ones that I want to show you guys. So, soul cores over here are very important. We can attune a soul core to any spirit we may have, and we want to attune this one. We do have some others. We have a Mizuki, Gozuki, but this one is the one we want to attune, specifically because, as you can see here, depending on what soul cores you attune, can depend on the damage that you can do. It actually gives you different buffs, so this just gives us more damage, attack, defense. We're going to be attuning... Ouch. We're going to be attuning this one, however, to our square button. It's a harder attack, it actually takes more. One takes 5 and the other one takes 8. We only have one spirit though, so we're kinda lacking. We can go into this here now. So, we're, if you remember, on a spirit stone hunt. We're basically spirit stone peddlers. The lowest of the low. I know, Crazy. But there's a group of bandits, brigands, and such around here. As you can see there, our weapon actually does a status effect now. That is the status effect shock. You can see before I murdered him, that guy was shocked. That is what we call an accidental dodge. That is a accidental dodge. I didn't know you actually get slide frames there. And not quite iframes, but your hitbox moves in an awkward form, which allows you to kind of slide. That is very nice. I love that. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. As you can see, we actually do a little bit of yellow damage, which is lightning damage on top of our attacks. There are Komata in the level. Funnily enough, the dragon flute we got last time actually has a Komata sensor, so when we get 9 skill, we will be going back through these levels to grab all the Komata. Because they are very powerful creatures which can allow us to gain a lot of buffs and a lot of benefits and will help us with our grinding. Well, my grinding, you guys won't see too much of that. Because this game can be very difficult if you don't dedicate yourself to it. I had to play through the first level about 3 times off camera to get a weapon that I could showcase the infusion mechanic. And now, let me actually state like what these different status effects do. This one, as you can see, makes his attacks much slower. I still get hit by them because I'm an idiot, but it makes his attacks normally much, much slower. Pretty simple. Ah, here's one of the Komata here. That's what shock does. Saturation is another common status effect. Saturation is very simple. When an enemy is saturated, they take more or less damage from different elemental types. Specifically, they take more damage from shock, lightning damage in particular. So good every time. See ya, buddy! Damn. He died midair. Like those old NES games. I was wondering how that always happened. Shouldn't be standing near a cliff. Friend. But, yeah. This is good. This is really good stuff, and I think we're on a good build thus far. We are going to have to be a little bit underpowered when it comes to our attack power. Excuse me 1 second. Oh, sorry about that. The cat decided he wanted to cleave into my foot. He got right underneath one of my nails. Kage, why are you so ornery? He's very excited and very loving cat, but he shows his affection in the form of violence, like most cats do. You can see we're doing damage. Normally 200 or so damage would normally be our backstab damage with something like the Legion Spear. But here, oh, Herbal Remedy, that's good. Here it's actually doing just as much. And in the, I believe there might be a Revenant fight coming up. If that is the case, oh, I thought he had an axe, not a spear. If that is the case, I'll be showing off what the spiritual water does, finally. Yes, you can also, there are certain structures in some missions where you can get material from them, which is very important. Because they can give you stuff like arrows and stuff that can be very useful. They also, yeah, like that. I was about to say that. They like to hide little Komata and other items inside of structures that you have to knock over, which is very annoying. Also, some of these mushrooms glow like items do, so it'll cause you to miss items like there. That's an item right there. Especially if your saturation is really high on your TV. There's also something down there as well, I just saw that. There is falling damage, but it's not too bad. It can be pretty bad on certain missions, because certain missions have really big... Whoop, sorry, I'm leaning. Hold on. Sorry. The cat knocked over a bottle of water. Well, technically I did it with the cat's help. We need to show the equipment already. Something I'll probably be leveling up. I was thinking about getting heart to a reasonable level, like 50. Usually, what I do when I play this game is I just max it out completely. I just max it out completely and get all the heart I possibly can. But I do want to show you guys a lot of stuff, so I might put 1 or 2 things into Shinobi tools. Huh, he just completely went through that. Yeah, you're a dual wielder. You have not a lot of Kai. Certain enemy types will have different amounts of Kai. I've noticed that ninjas are the worst. Ninjas will have barely any Kai. Shinobis will pretty much have no Kai at all. No ki. None. Here's the level area. We got both Komoda already, so we should be good to leave, but I do want to go over here and see if there's any more important loot. Usually there's like little hidden mini bosses in some of these. Yeah, humans are fully capable of doing those attacks too, it's just they usually only do them at low hit points. Okay, no, there's nothing else here. There's just a bandit. Take him out with our expert aim. It's a boss arena over there, that's what it's usually used for. A lot of these missions take place in the same area, as you will see on later on. Every story mission, however, takes place in a unique area. But some of the non-story missions take place in different places. Let's see what kind of buffs we can get from the Komodo now. I believe we actually have 3 red hats. So hold on. We can also level up, which we will be doing. I'm thinking... It's hard to say, because Kai is a really important resource for us. Because we're very aggressive in how we play. We can also get some DLC right here. Hold on. Yeah, the demon helmets. Yeah, the shoulder strap, yeah. I don't think those are over leveled. I think they're literally just like some random equipment, yeah. And then the 1,000 demon helmets. Yeah, the 1,000,000 demon. Yeah, they're not over leveled or anything. They're literally level 1. This thing has a really weird strength requirement on it, but alright. Anyways, so here we go. Komodas can offer us different blessings. That's the shop. This is what we need. So let me go through them. These guys, golden-handed ones, give you more Amrita. More currency. These guys give you increased drop rate of anything. Soul core drop rate for the black-hatted ones. Elixir drop rate for the green ones. And right now we're on material drop rate for the yellow-headed cone-like ones. We're going to be doing equipment, not Amrita drop rate, because we do want to do a little bit of grinding. Is that an area? Yes, it is. We do want to do a little bit of grinding. By we, I mean I will do a little bit of grinding. You guys don't really have to deal with that. He went down there with his buddy. Hopefully he didn't turn around and see me. Whoa. That was the perfect time to use our new soul core, I see. If they didn't iframe through it, damn! I mean, I'm still gonna kill you both, but damn, they iframed straight through it. There we go. I thought I could get behind him fast enough, or hit him fast enough to stop him. Now they iframed right through that attack. At least I think they did. I might have been too far away. I'm pretty sure they iframed straight through the attack. Which is insane. I rarely see the bots ever use their dodges properly. 1, 2. Be careful if you're fighting a player with 2 swords. You did. Okay. I did not expect him to do that. I rarely see a dual wielder do that. I rarely see a dual wielder. I was trying to think, like, when have I seen a dual wielder do that? Rarely. It's almost never happened. They usually go into some other... oh, this is a gauntlet level. So the game will throw little levels like this, which are basically gauntlets of a bunch of enemies. As you can see. That's also, that big crystal right there, that's a bunch of Amrita. That is a whole bunch of Amrita you can use. If you hit this thing enough times... Whoop. Damn, there were stab attacks. You hit this thing enough times, it'll break and give you an Amrita. This guy's, yeah, in Gauntlet levels there are yokai that can come out, which will just create yokai realms like this. Yeah! Get some good damage on his stamina bar. No! Ooh! Ooh, I tried to go for a bit of a risky play there. I did not realize I was that close to the wall. What a rambunctious kitty cat. Sorry, my cat keeps attacking my foot. Yeah, Summoner's Candles can allow you to get back, but they're actually quite rare, even at late game. Like, I have a save with 200 plus hours on it. Even at late game, I only have about 83 out of the 99 of them. They're actually considerably rare, despite... You won't notice when you get them, because they're not rare enough to warrant anything special gameplay-wise. As you can see, gauntlet areas and boss arenas will automatically give you your Guardian Spirit back. But Summoner Candles can be quite annoying to get a hold of, especially on large quantities. You can craft. I do believe there's a crafting recipe with the blacksmith, but I'm pretty sure it's actually quite expensive. Ooh, damn. Sorry if you get tired of seeing the spears heavy attack combo, but it's probably the best combo in the game for reliability and damage. It's 1, 2, 3, and we back off. We actually hit him in the points because we were elevated. And we die now. Psych. Hit him. That was really risky. Sometimes they will have different animations for... There we go, didn't fuck it over that time. They'll have different animations for when they stand up. I so rarely see this attack, I'm never ready for it. Oh, we're just gonna kill him anyways. We got a big sword now. It feels really good to use some of these sword cores. I think that's it, so yeah, we can move on. There's only 2 Komata in the level. So, not all side levels will have Komata, by the way. Some of them won't have any Komata at all. So, yeah, if you want to find all the Komata, you're probably going to need a Komata sensor. There is a Guardian Spirit we get later on, which is just undebatably the best one in the game. Very powerful, that we will probably be using. But now that that side mission is done, we are going to go into the newest mission. The newest main mission, the Beast Born of Smoke and Flames. Alright, now that the tutorial phase is over, let's get into this. Welcome everyone to episode 2. The Demon of the Forge versus the Half-Demon Prince. Let us go to our executive meeting. This village we will go to. It means bellows. It's a massive forge town. But right now, we don't know that yet. Right now, we have someone important to meet. Yes, the finest nose there was. We're taking meat at a temple. Very bold indeed. I was bold for the time. Amazing. That's become a meme. We recognize him. Don't know where though. What an odd man. But he's given us a task. A task we must complete. September 1555. A task we must complete. This is a town now ravaged by yokai and bandits. But where there are yokai and bandits, there is spirit stones. What do you say, my friend? Just... I don't know about that. This place. Be careful. Hey, you're certainly right. Probably fire. So, here we go. Small spirit stone. There will be NPCs standing around that are friendly in levels. You can talk to them and they will usually they will give you items and new equipment to use. Hopefully the game isn't too loud. It should be fine. They'll give you items and everything to use along your journey, so we can do that. We can use that to our advantage. Because these little items here... Sorry, it's so strange not seeing the enemies on my radar. These little items here will actually allow us to, specifically the one he gave us, it'll get us closer to shifting. We need 10 of them to shift fully from 0. And we just got it back. So, my child. Yes, plenty of children have unfortunately perished in the Sengoku age. It's more than just a fact of the game, it's a fact of life that the Sengoku Jidai was a very bloody age of change and death. How short that little run they do is. It's a very bloody age of change and death, but in the end of the day, I think it could have gone a lot worse. I've studied history, especially Japanese history, since I've studied Japanese for many years, and the ideas of samurai and honor came from the Sengoku period. It was fantasized about in history for years to come. I want to be like that one day. I want to be like these great warlords who their atrocities and their failures have faded to time, but are still loved by the people that they catered to, and the ideas that they represented. I'll be like that with this YouTube channel one day. You just watch. I'll be the best of the best one day. If I am not already in the future, as I'm listening to this again. But that aside, let's continue on, shall we? We can talk about the future later. Let's continue with the past. So, the Sengoku Jidai. For those of you who do not... I get scared every time because the game seems to really like throwing that attack at me nowadays. I wonder if they alter the enemies. See? Gosh! I wanted to see what it was, but I kind of didn't at the same time. But, I wonder if there's an update that'll change the enemy's attack pattern. Let's fight this Revenant real quick. The Sengoku Jidai, if you don't know what it was the time of the warring states. Now, there had been previous eras of war, such as the Heian period in the 700 era, 700 AD. But there wasn't a time quite like the Sengoku Jidai. It was violent. It lasted much longer than some of the other ages did, and not only that, it was an entire... I'm pretty sure the Sengoku period was a little bit over 100 years or so, which is unnatural even for the ages of war within the country. It was not a fun time for anyone. No one lived happily. But at the same time, the unfortunate nature of existence is that great suffering brings great change. Whether that change is good or not is dependent on the people producing the change. However, luckily enough, That country was blessed by people who wanted to see better change. A peace period. After the shogunate was properly formed in, I believe, 1610, I want to say? Maybe later. 1610 or so. 200 years of peace reigned. 200 years of peace. Only broken up by small threats from the surrounding nations such as China and others. This 200 years lasted for, obviously, 200 years. Until I was born. I didn't end the peace period, obviously. I'm just a fox, but I was born because of the thing that ended it. The black ships. America, and its constant need for imperialism at the time. And good thing that doesn't happen nowadays. At least, not openly. America forced trade with the Japanese around that same time period. And the promise, if they didn't, they would do horrible things like a war. The person in charge, the shogun at the time, realized that the Americans had technology that they wouldn't be able to compete with. Why does that keep happening? They're an attacking nation. I don't think it works. So, in the end of the day, what they decided to do was simple. They agreed to the American terms. And a small trading harbor, 3 of them actually, was created. The peacetime still ruled, however, unease within the country was created. There's an entire game about this event, although slightly more fantasized. Instead of the Americans, it is the English. But it's called Way of the Samurai 4. I may play through it in the future, because I actually have the game. I have 2 of the 4 Way of the Samurai games. Actually, I have 3 of the 5 Katana Kami as well. Those are a very different game series compared to NIOH, though, although they have the same kind of gameplay loop. It is a beautiful thing, though, history. It's like I said the other day, history is a lot about life, and all the awful tragedy, and the pure ecstasy that comes with it. At the same time, yes, horrible things happened, countries fought each other, and people died. But because of all that, we have the world we know today. It wasn't a good thing by any means. There's a Komodo right there. It wasn't a good thing by any means. War is always bad. But what can come from a time of change can be beautiful. Me alone. I was born in 1555. A few years after the black ships arrived. My mother met my father because of that. I kind of have to speak that violence is bad, but change can become great things in the future. I don't quite understand the ideas of artists saying that that was a good thing. It wasn't a good thing. It brought a lot of art to the Western world that we had never seen before, but it wasn't a good thing in the end of the day. People were still threatened, and families could have been killed. It's truly an odd thing, conflict. Awful tragedy and pure ecstasy in between. After that, the army was changed. Japan had modernized quickly. I was only 3 or so. I got a new longbow. Looks cool. I was only 3 or so when everything started to go down. My mother and father lived together for a short period of time. My father was, truthfully enough, when he met my mother, he was basically at work. On a work... I would put it like a work location, an on-site job when he met my mother. Things changed in the country. It modernized quickly, and that led to one of the bloodiest and worst battles in the history of that country. Shiroyama. There's a whole movie about it, The Last Samurai. Doesn't exactly depict everything properly, but it does tell the story of Shiroyama. A violent and bloody time, a time of change. But as the familiar song says, it's the nature of time that the old ways must give in. It's the nature of time that the new ways come in sin. That's true. Huh? Where's the blacksmith girl? Go find her. A blacksmith girl? Oh, sorry. Ghost of Tsushima instincts. My apologies. Yes, unfortunately, conflict has led to a lot of good things. But I wish, as both a living creature myself and someone who has seen a lot of war and a lot of sadness, I wish we would find a different way to evolve other than conflict and death. Perhaps it's a curse. Both man, fox, and demon seem to have the same ideals. But maybe we can move on. Maybe we can find a peace period, lasting in history far longer than any other. Why was he naked? Far longer than any other. Perhaps we're already in it, we just don't see it. Either way, I don't want people to get hurt. At least there's no massive war going on. At least not between multiple countries. There's no World War-sized conflict going on right now, although, as I speak now, there are countries at war. And this could spread even further. I know you probably didn't come here for a serious talk, but... the game? Are you kidding me? A little bit further. The game has serious vibes like this. Well, it's told through the perspective of a yokai slayer, Hideyoshi, in the 1500s, killing yokai and bandits. We do get involved with war, and real historical figures are shown being killed in the game. These people died for what they believe in. It's a very foreign concept nowadays because the internet allows us to understand that perhaps there is nothing right in believing in. A lot of people don't believe in anything but, say, themselves, others. Hard to say. But allow me to explain this yokai before I continue my rant. This is a forge demon. A lesser one, specifically. As you can see, his horns are actually his tusks, which means you actually have to hit him in, like, sort of mitting attacks to hit him and kill him properly. He has a grab attack, he has an attack where he rides his hammer and hits repeatedly, and you cannot hit him during that time. That's his grab attack. This is his yokai ability. As you can see, we're actually trapped in here. His yokai ability is pretty simple. It can create this. He has like little combos, and they get extended when he's in yokai, this yokai rage state, where he uses a fire. I actually killed him with that. Unfortunate. And yeah, all in all, it's just an okay enemy. If they have a lot of hit points, they can be very annoying. So late game, they can be somewhat frustrating, but it's alright. What was I saying before? Oh yeah, back to it. I don't advocate for war. I advocate for change. But I feel like we're on our way to a better world. I know... Huh? What the hell? Does she look like that from above? She looks so poofy. Oh yeah, her sleeves. This is the blacksmith. Say hello to her. She's best girl. Well, actually, she's not best girl, but she's close to being best girl. She's, short? I believe I made my character like a little bit over 5 foot, like 5, right? She is incredibly short. She has to be like Soifan's height, maybe. Oh, whatever. It makes her more endearing. I never realized how small she was. This is the only time you get a good look at her character model. Oh my god, she's letting us see her legs. No, I'm joking, but she also has an eye patch on here. This is a blacksmith. The blacksmith. Toyo! Master is missing. Yeah, well, I feel like there's a yokai problem. Thank you for helping me. Just settle down. Make sure to visit my smithy. There are plenty of more yokai up ahead, so be on guard. Yeah, she doesn't give us anything. Except for that, I forgot about that. There's a small spirit stone in the fire. And then we can stab this guy. No attacking Toyo. I believe Toyo is canonically either the sister or the mother of a blacksmith we will meet much, much later in game. Toyo is second best, third best. We will meet best girl later, and we will also meet best boy later. You will see both of them. I'll say them when they appear. That hellhole. So, before we actually go into this hellhole, let me explain a couple things to you guys about living. So, I thought he had a sword, not a hammer. I would have not have been so aggressive. Whoop. 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 Bing. Whoop. I wonder how the enemy decides its stance. How does the AI decide what stance it has to go into? I don't know. I wish I did. So, this place. This is a fire level, obviously. You've seen the title of the episode you're watching? But more than just a fire level, it's also really dangerous. There are pits of fire around the place. I don't think we can go in here immediately now. There are pits of fire around the place which catch everything on fire that they touch. Those do a lot of damage to you. Oh, here's a new enemy type. These are yokai hunters. They have Omyo magic, if I could get him to use it. Usually if you disengage or kind of get their health a little bit low. There we go. He buffs himself. Those are the same buffs you can use, keep in mind. Let's actually use the Kusarigama here. See, as you can see, the Kusarigama has a very good thing. He has elixirs as well, as you can see, and he has buffs for his... Whoopsies. He has buffs... He has buffs for his weapons, which we can get later if we go into Omyo magic, but we probably won't. We'll be going into we will be going into ninjutsu, but it's always good to have a little bit of Omyo magic, so we'll probably be doing both. We actually don't need a lot for what we need. We only need to get to like 20, so it'll be okay. Here we are having another enemy. This guy. Great guy. The real asshole. Ow, I was wondering where you were. I could have sworn there was an Oni around here. There's also this guy. Yeah, that attack has a little bit of splash radius, so you can kind of cheese it. Ow, I think you can do that. There we go. Big sweep. 1, 2, 3. Oh shit. bad. I really screwed up my attack pattern there. It's really hard to get used to in the beginning of the game. It's really hard to get used to that yokai realm, and even veteran players like me will struggle with it because your stamina goes up so slowly. So slowly. You will absolutely struggle with it really, really hard. Okay. There's a thingy there. So we want to come out and poke and go back through, because I believe there's also a dude up top. Yeah, he's right there. He throws bombs. And there's 3 of these guys, huh? Since when are there 3 of them? Good thing our range is pretty intense. Oh, that's not good. Yeah. Alright, that works. Sorry, I kind of stood on end there for a second. Kind of had to, you know, kind of had to do my thing. Had to hit them all at once. Do I have another spear point? I do. Actually going to save this because I believe we're getting our mission soon, so we can do that. What sort of horrible place is this? A forge? A smith town. Bodies laying in a courtyard. An evil, powerful Enki nearby. So dangerous. 1, 2, 3. Go back. 1, 2. Perfect. That upper shot right there is really good for getting him. There we go. I knew that would work. That upper swing right there is really good for getting him down and breaking his horn. It's at the perfect angle for his standing animation or some of his attack animations to hit him in the head. So when a yokai realm is destroyed like that, all yokai will actually... Hold on. They'll actually lose their connection. So if I hit this guy in the head, he'll fall down pretty much immediately. Oh, he actually stops right there. And aim shot. No. Alright, let's fight these guys real quick. They'll actually lose their yokai realm connection, so they will deal significantly less damage to you for a little bit, and they'll also have no stamina, so you can auto stagger them. First thing they'll usually do is open up a portal around them, but you can basically get the drop on enemies with that. Let's open up this chest real quick. You can get the drop on enemies like that, which is very useful. Let's go in here. It's gonna guard. Someone has seen us. Yeah, it's that guy, about what I thought. As you can see, he didn't throw a bomb immediately because he had to open up a portal around him. And he's dead. Just like that. This guy actually has a soul core in him. It's a dweller soul core. 1, 2, 3. We can kinda... Nope. He actually backed up really far. We can take advantage of this. Let's get around this corner here. One. I knew you were going to do something like that. I knew he was going to switch his stance. Gave me just enough time. We haven't run into any Tanuki or anything yet, which is odd. Usually we see a lot of them. Oh! Oh! We just got samurai, ninja locks. If we use this, we can get ninjutsu. This is the ninjutsu tree. There are also like hidden ninjutsus up here, which are very cool, and I'll show you. These are like very late game. A lot of these circular ones are hidden or not acquirable right now. So, what is ninjutsu? Ninjutsu is things you can prepare at shrines, which are basically replenishable items. We have shuriken, we have bombs, we have a tiger running scroll, which makes us run faster, and we have a poison acidic. These are very strange. Shuriken can be especially useful, but we are gonna want this. We're gonna want this right here, so we want to actually go in to get the tiger running scroll first. This right here is very useful. This is a sneak attack from behind. When we get behind an enemy, we can do a special kind of attack, which stabs them in the back instantly and does a lot of damage, instead of having to do a combo on them. 1, 2, 3. This is a Dweller. They have very powerful attacks. They're an enemy from the first game, which we will see more of when we actually start playing the first game when we get to its time. They'll throw rocks or bombs depending on what kind of Dweller it is. There are multiple different kinds. These guys are the weakest variant, I do believe. But they'll swing their pickaxe. They also have a second stance where they crawl on the ground, which is much more dangerous. You actually have to like aim for the ground with your attacks, because most of your attacks will actually miss them. Well, the spear has very consistent attack patterns, so we're pretty much good. But if you have, say, a sword out, or Kasaragama, these attacks will miss them. The only attacks that will hit them are the last two in that combo. Oh, nice try. And then I kill him. And then I kill him. Spear is very good. Has a lot of good range to it. There's a mastery skill for the spear later on, which actually gives us more range as well. So let me top off my health because there is a shrine coming up and a shortcut to one. As you can see, there's a lot of fire around the place. There is actually a buff you can get later on from Omeo magic, I believe, which allows you to walk through these pits of fire undamaged. What was that? Ow. Sorry. Undamaged. So it's pretty powerful. As you can see, these are actually like blocking off parts of the level that we would normally have to go around. So we're going through the underground now. This is a small side area you can go through, and it gives you some good stuff. We can level up right now as well. Yeah, that's about what I thought. They never give it to you for free. So, I do want to say, I've been thinking a little bit about what game I should probably play other than NIOH. He was already dead. Other than NIOH during our little adventures here, and I was thinking, for JP night, for my Japanese learning night that I want to do, because I've been studying for a couple of years, and I kind of want to have a night dedicated to it, where we play pretty much games that could help us learn, and I kind of teach you a little bit about what I know, and I already kind of did that over this stream. I wanted to play a game which is very, 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 very good, and something very, very, very new. It's basically a brand new game compared to this one. It's Ghostwire Tokyo. I want to do that, so I'll probably be playing that. On Saturdays. These are little demonic komoda. You can drop them lantern fruit, and they will pick it up, take it, and give you an item in exchange. Usually another lantern fruit and a sacred arrow, or a lantern fruit and a quality like ingredients. Usually quality or highest quality is what they'll drop you, which is okay. You don't have to collect those for anything. They just give you items. But it's always a good sport to collect them because they're pretty good. And here's the rest of the side area. There's actually a revenant back here we will kill. Why can't you just jump over the wall? Because you can't. It's not allowed. He's using tonfas, which are a very rare weapon to see anyone use. They're okay, but they have a lot of similar qualities to the glaive. They have a lot of stance switching qualities, and honestly, the fists are just a better version of them, in my opinion. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I didn't actually show you guys that. That's the pole kick. We unlocked a new skill. The pole kick. It does a lot of stamina damage, but very little actual damage. So, it's kind of useless, unless you're comboing it with a... Oh, see? Oh, it's bad. He was in a crawling stance, so we didn't hit him with the pole kick. And then, yeah, they have 2 grab attacks. Woohoo. The elevation is actually making this very difficult for me to do. 1, 2, 3. You can kind of switch him into his other stance. We might die from this. Do we have an antidote on us? Nope. Oh. You can see some of them will throw rocks and some of them will throw bombs. It's random, I think, or they're selected specifically based on their location. We're not going to die from the poison. We're going to be left very low hit points. I need to get to that shrine as quickly as possible. Actually, I'm going to drink some sacred water for this. Sacred water increases our Kai regeneration speed by a good amount. Careful. Inches from my demise. Okay, we're good. We have to be very careful here, because anything will kill us. We're at 47 hit points with no elixir. There's a kitty cat right there. I forget what's up ahead. I'm pretty sure there's a wheel monk up ahead. As you can see, if we had fire resistance, we could just walk up that alleyway right there. We have to be very careful. Okay. Yeah, there's actually a yokai hunter. Okay. One, two, three. Oh, damn! He did a quick attack in between it. Yeah, that's the bad part about the spear. Your attacks can occasionally push you away. I'm so used to having 10 elixir on me at all times that I kind of overstretch myself. Oh well, we can just get there back easy, but I overstretch myself a lot because I'm so used to being like, oh, I have 10 elixir on me. I can just keep healing if I'm in a bad situation. But no, you actually have to expand your elixirs basically naturally. You have to expand them naturally through upgrades, so you can't quite do that, unfortunately. This is another thingy. Another side area here. We're actually going to venture through it because we didn't have too much on us when we died. Only a couple soul cores. We didn't have like a boss's health's worth of anything really. You can see the spear can hit them all and they're on the ground like that. 1, 2, 3. The only bad part about the spear is its follow-up attacks are pretty weak. It doesn't have many counter attacks. Like, it has some counter attacks, but not really. It has more proactive blocking abilities than reactive ones, which is not always the best. You might want some reactive ones. That's why a lot of the time people use the spear with the dual swords, because the dual swords has reactive abilities. A lot of them, it basically specializes in them. Hold on, we gotta go back here. It basically specializes in reactive abilities, so it's not the best. 1, 2, 3. Nope. 2. Roll forwards and kill him. But yeah, the dual swords specialize in it, while the spear does not. I think there are some if we go into the spear category. I think there is a few, maybe. That's what we really want right there. That and this skill. But I think there are a few. There's this one, which only works on humanoids. And I think there's one... There's that, which only works on humanoids. The spear is very, very adept at killing humans specifically. It's not really a counter, though. Yeah, see, it only has one counter. There is a hidden skill in the game, which is a counter skill for the spear. But that's it. That's pretty much all it has. It has 2 counter skills. Dual swords would be very good, but we will actually be using probably a Kasaragama. Or, because I believe Kasaragama has skill rated on it. Yeah, I'll probably be using a Kasaragama with a spear. We're going to be a very ranged combatant. We will be using a lot of ranged techniques and a lot of ranged abilities. Here we go. I do want to show off like a playstyle that's not normally used, because the thing is, I say the spear is consistent, and it is. But the most consistent weapon in the game is the sword. It is incredibly powerful. It allows you to do incredibly broken stuff with it, because the sword scales off of heart, which is a needed stat. You need good heart or you're not going to be able to do much in the game, because you are just, your stamina is so low it's not going to matter. You're just going to get hit out of everything. You're never going to be able to dodge at the right times or dodge too much. Usually, and especially what I'm going to do here, I'm going to bring heart to around 50 or 99 before I even start building like a proper build. because Heart is so powerful. It wasn't quite like this in the first game, but in this game it especially is, because enemies are a lot more aggressive in this one. Enemies are a lot more aggressive in this game, and things are different. There's also certain weapons that are missing from the previous game. But there are weapons that have been added since the previous game as well. Like the switchblade wasn't a thing in the previous game. Okay, this guy. I believe this is a Forge Demon. Yes, it is. He does a lot of damage, as you can see. That was one of his more powerful attacks. These guys come in two variants, the blade and the hammer. They're not too different. As you can see, if we time that properly and we break his stamina with that attack, we actually do a certain animation and do a lot of damage to him. You can block those attacks while he's doing them, obviously. They're very difficult to block. And he does have some, I would consider, guard breaks. Here's the hopping one. He can do that up to 5 times. He can hop on his sword like that about 5 times. He's also technically carrying him around. I believe it's a type of switchglaive. Hold on. I need to fix this little thing real quick. This is just completely falling apart. My apologies about this. I have a little table in front of me that I usually use to set everything on, but it's so old that I have to keep putting it back together frequently. It's basically held together by zip ties, duct tape, and a little bit of hope. But I don't want to buy a new one because that would be wasteful, because I can just keep repairing this one. And basically good as new. There we go. Basically good as new. Yeah, I don't want to buy a new one. Sorry if I bumped the microphone a couple times there. I don't want to buy a new one because that would be wasteful. So I just keep using this one. So, continuing on. Yeah. That's kind of how the way of everything goes in this game. It's pretty difficult. We got our soul cores and everything back, unless we die right now. No, we're good. I was thinking, yeah, Kasaragama. Because the Kasaragama is a weapon that not a lot of people use. It's tied to shinobi tools, which we will try and be using a lot, because I've never truly done like an entirely shinobi build, except for once in the first game. For one specific, very difficult mission, where you fight 2 bosses at once, and you can actually cheese the game by having a lot of shinobi tools on you and using shinobi items to basically kill one of the bosses instantly. So long as you're consistent with your button presses. You have to press it at a very specific rhythm, but I'll be showing you that in the first game. Because it is a very difficult boss fight. Alright, let's get back and level up. So, going into it here, what do we got? We leveled up our yokai ability. And we got more kai. 2 more points in it. You can see we're actually getting quite a lot of it now. And we have a samurai point as well. Which we will, yeah, you need missions to complete those. We'll put into this. Shifting point we will put into that because we do want to go into the dark realm and do stuff like that. That's what the little area that constantly forces your horns to appear is. It's also the area where your kai regen is significantly lower. I believe there's a komoda around here. I'm really in this part of the level because it's just a tiny little area. Yeah, there's a komoda. 1, 2, no. 1, 2, 3. Why do his rocks do so much more damage than mine? Mine only do 54. There's a komoda. Here he is. Ouchies. Here he is, which is very important. Komoda, I was going to collect them all. Once we get 9 skill, we're actually going to run back through all the levels in the area and do all of them. And collect all the Komoda with our dragon flute. There's an archer to our left. You can just kind of hear him. You kind of want to keep your ears open in this game, especially. 1, 2. There we go. Because you can hear archers will. They'll actually, you can hear them like pull their bow back. And if they have flaming arrows like this guy, which usually they do. They'll kind of look and make sure they ready to go, and then they fire again. You can actually hear the fire crackle on the end of their arrows, so keeping your ears open is very important in this game. As you can see, there's a dude here where we're gonna hit with our heaviest dance attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I thought he did another attack. There is a Tanuki there. Yeah, there's a Tanuki right there. See if you can spot it. If anyone can spot it in the comments before I actually do it on the stream, I'll play. I'll do a 12-hour stream with Ghostwire Tokyo. I don't even think there's anyone in chat. Oh, hold on, give me 1 second. Yeah, so I'll do a 12-hour stream of Ghostwire Tokyo. If anyone can comment where the Tanuki is. It's not technically a Tanuki, I believe. 1. 2. 3. Should have pulled out your sword sooner. I have a spear. Alright. No one? No one? Alright. Here's the Tanuki. When you see a chest with 3 little marks like that, 3 hinges, that means this is actually a Tanuki. You start with this taunt, the whistle taunt. If you open up this chest, you will get ambushed and you will have to fight yourself. So instead, what you can do, you can whistle. And the Tanuki will come out of the chest. Then he will do a taunt. Like something like this, I believe. Is this what you want? Yes. He will do a taunt. Some taunts are different for different weapons, you can see there. And if you copy the taunt, he'll just give you everything without the need to fight him. There you go. They're basically like the mimics of NIOH. So there you go. Moving on. Let me get the mic closer to me. There we go. Moving on. We open this up here. This is the main area. This is a really annoying boss fight. This was the second boss I was ever stuck on in the game. Funny enough, it's the second boss in the game. You can probably guess the first boss I was stuck on. The first area is a very harsh learning curve compared to the first game. The first game is simplistic compared to this one. But it's okay. We don't really need it. We don't really need to play through the first game because I'm telling you a story. I'm allowing you guys to kind of experience the story of NIOH while also learning about the game. But once we finally get through the tutorial and everything, we're going to be going through this. Right now, we're just in the Forge Town. It's collecting spirit stones for Daison, I believe is what his name is. With our friend. Taki is what I will call him. Taki is an odd man. I believe he was an actual person as well. Like I said before, I believe he was a very influential person in real life. That big water bottle that I kicked down, by the way, these big buckets that are around the place, you can see one up there, they actually extinguish fire. So we can go through here now. Because there's no fire. There's a new enemy type coming up, which I will display. Oops. I thought he had an axe. No, he has a sword. 2. We do a barrage. Go back, almost step in the fire and get absolutely toasted. Nah, that's a bit farther back. 1, 2, 3. Then we switch. Go. 2, 3. Head back. He's slowed down now, so his timing will be different. But we can get more attacks on him in his vulnerable stages, as you can see. Enough to actually kill him. There's another thing like that. I believe it's called the Burden status effect, which slows him down as well. Then there's another one I believe called the Low-Footed status effect. This is the new enemy, by the way, which slows him down as well. This is the enemy. This guy right here. This is a wall. Literally, it's a living wall. You need to do the right gesture in front of him, either a kind, a neutral, or an aggressive gesture to do this. Usually there will be one of these graves, which shows what the wrong gesture was, so his hostile behavior. Nuki, it would be Nurikaba, or Nurikake, no, it's Ka, Nurikabe, for his hostile behavior. So you know red is not it, and you get a second try, so we could either do this. Yep, there we go. You can fight those guys. If you fight them, they are completely stationary, and they just throw stuff at you and try and pull you towards them. But that's it. We also fight this revenant. Simple as that. Nice try. There we go. Switch. It's very good at moving enemies into a bad situation. Oh my, oh my. This guy is completely naked other than a sickle. Probably because he was bathing when he died. It would be really funny if you could do that in the game. If you died while in hot spring animation, your body would have nothing on it but the weapon you had. As you can see, the sickle does a lot of... the switchblade, sorry, does a lot of damage. I think I know what might be this guy. It's very difficult to fight them. We're going to be a little bit aggressive. There we go, it worked. I think I'd kill him that quick. Hot Springs. Ah, see, there's little tree spirits here. Hot Springs. If you rest in these, you get fully healed, I believe, and you get a status effect. You get a status effect which temporarily heals you for a certain amount of HP. Right now it's 26. At least based on your maximum. Or it might always be 26. But it's a status effect that heals you, as you can see up in the top left corner right there. It's very good. Now we have to get down the rest of this water and kill this skeleton before he murders us. I tried. 1, 2, 3. Jump back. It's a very consistent combo. Oh. It does take a little bit of patience, this game. You do have to be somewhat patient. It's not quite Dark Souls. It's more like... it's a very arcadey Dark Souls, basically, is how I describe it. Dark Souls is a lot more... what's the word to describe it? This combat system is a lot more flamboyant, basically. It's a lot more flamboyant than Dark Souls. That's how I put it. It's a lot more... I wouldn't say active. That's not the right word. Flamboyant isn't really the right word either. It's more... I don't know what the right word would be. It's very hard to describe, but it's a lot more... it's a lot quicker, basically, than Dark Souls. There's a lot more depth to single combat. Well, Dark Souls has a lot more depth to its... first of all, it's leveling and scaling. Kind of. Its levels make a lot more sense and have a lot more depth than the levels in this. Because when you increase the stat, it's just a flat modifier. When you increase the stat in Dark Souls, it usually allows you to do more things with that stat and use different weapons. But in this, the weapon requirements are so low on some of these stats that it basically doesn't matter. Here's another area, by the way. Yep. Ah, he sucked me into that area. I knew I should have gone in less aggressive, but yeah, some of the yokai have attack vacuum. They have attack vacuums, so they will absolutely just destroy you. We're just gonna run past these guys. There's no need to continue fighting. Don't want to waste time. But yeah, some of them have attack vacuum like that, so it'll just destroy you if you're in the wrong area. I should have gone in less aggressive. Hold on, my foot is falling asleep. Hold on. I tried. Heal. Heal. I did not expect that. Oh, they follow! They follow! They follow! They follow far. Oh my. They follow really far. Really, really far. Okay. I'm kind of panicking here, because I know what's behind me. Seems like they're having a difficult time. Oh, sorry for the silence there. I need to be very careful. I would be murdered. Yeah, be careful of that one in particular. It looks like he's only going to swing once, but he does swing twice, and that second swing has killed me a lot. Where did that guy come from? Okay. We are good. Oh, that was close. I basically had no choice but to go through that fire. Luckily enough, it didn't kill me. There's a effect you can get later on where status effects on you can't actually kill you no matter what. We're actually going to fight this Revenant, why not? Status effects on you can't kill you is one of the things you can do, but it's on items and armor, and they're very rare. There's also... The thing is, there are accessories in the game which overshadow every other accessory. A good example is the Blessed Magitama. I forget what it's actually called. It's a Magitama variant, which is the Magitama which Amaterasu received during her stay in the cave as part of their actions to try and get her out of the cave. And it is that Magitama. You can get it in-game. You can get it in both games. But the thing is about that accessory... Oh boy. Thing is about that accessory, it has an ability which allows you to shorten the requirement of combos, of item combinations, which we will get into later in game. And that's basically the best accessory in the game because of it, and you really don't need to use anything else because you shorten it by 2 if you equip 2 of them. Which means you can have multiple item set combinations together, and it'll be incredibly powerful. I mean, the Demon Slayer set by itself is very powerful. So, it's basically the best accessory in the game. And it overshadows pretty much everything else. Okay. Let's try and lead him into the fire. What the hell? I rolled. Alright. That's it. I'm just gonna kill him. I'm gonna get through this. Alright. Very difficult stuff. Very difficult stuff. Rooms like this are death traps. Okay. I think we're good. Hand mirror. That's actually a very rare accessory. It's not necessarily rare, but I rarely see any good variants of it. We can actually equip this and do more lightning damage, which is good. And we can go ahead and equip this for more ki. We changed up our accessories a little bit. We can now go down in here. This is another side area. Well, it's actually connecting to a different area, I believe. Yeah, this connects down to here. It's a shortcut, which lets you go back to the shrine. I don't think there's anything useful in the body. But I do know there's a very powerful yokai over here. I just can't remember what it is exactly. Well, either way. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Kind of give him a bit of a warning. That's how we do it. You gotta lure them in. Lure them in and hit them hard with that jump attack. Let's level up real quick. Going into hard again. More Kai is never a bad thing. Then we go over here. Yeah, I couldn't remember what this was. I know it's a dangerous enemy. These guys are very dangerous. There's a reason the game actually gatekeeps these things from actually fighting you, because they're quite dangerous. Even their like paralysis puddle is very large, as you can see. Not quite. I know you can hit them over that if you stand at the very edge, and they're at the very edge. But the thing is, there's actually a spear skill. It's a spear mastery skill, I actually believe, right here. I think. No. It is... yeah, this. Extends the range of your attacks. That's the one we want. It makes our spear combo, our main combo, the thing we've been doing 90% of the time. It makes that very powerful. So, if we want to be able to use that, we can use that pretty well. Continuing on then, shall we? This is an area I rarely go to, so I'm not quite used to seeing it all yet. Back there is the underground forge area, which I will go to now. Oh boy. Well, I need to check in my recording software, make sure everything is still working properly. Oh yeah, we're still good. We are still good. Alright, going up here is pretty simple. Next off. We're going to run past these guys again. Turn around. And then we kill them. It kind of bottlenecks them. We're actually going to unlock the shrine behind us now. There is a shrine directly behind us. A little combo right there. Oh. I'm going to be very careful, because he has a lot of reach. Almost as much reach as I do. Kind of want to force him towards the door. Alright. There we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Dodge back. 1, 2, 3. Full kick. Finishing blow. Good combo, good combo. If you know the enemy's damage real well, and you know what you're going to do real well against them, that's really good to do. 1, 2, 3. Good stuff. I do believe we can just run through this if we have to. Yeah, we're fine. We took a lot of damage, but we're fine. You can, if you're on fire, you can actually stop, drop, and roll. I'm not even joking. If you're on fire and you dodge, you do a dodge that allows you to roll, like the middle stance or the high stance. Or even I think the lower stance dodges still do this. You can reduce the time you're on fire by a significant amount, which is very nice. Also, if you are set on fire while you are saturated, I believe it destroys the saturation effect. I don't know, I rarely use saturation. It's one of the worst abilities because you need an extra damage type. I suppose you could get a... Yeah, that was my bad. I was in the wrong stance. I suppose you can get... There are dual swords and dual elemental capabilities later on for very powerful weapons in the game. This is like way later, New Game Plus material. And you can get a water blade combined with a lightning blade, which allows you to combo off its own damage really well, but you rarely get those. Got max familiarity with our Kisarigama. Great forge key, that leads us to the boss fight. Boss fight is very difficult in this level, I will also say. We need to put that fire out. Yeah, it's up there. This actually leads back to that area, by the way. In the first game, there was an area like this as well, where you could... There was big fire plots, and you could roll through barrels of water to give yourself saturation. And if you have saturation... Ooh, I saw... If you have saturation while you go through one of those, you won't actually take any damage. One, two... Hey! I'll deal with him later then. Oh, there's a dweller here? I never knew that. What? Sorry. Something got caught in my throat. We got an Omeo Mage Locks, which is very good. So we get Omeo Magic now. We have to actually assign our Shinobi stuff. There's a Komodo right here, which is very good. Beaten to death by Gaki. Okay. It's very hard to die to one of those, usually. I guess it was our friend over here who did it. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We want to be careful because he has a lot of... He's a dual wielder and he has a lot of counterattacks. I knew that would work. Whoa. There we go. Thought we could knock him off. One, 2, 3. You want to kind of count out your attacks sometimes to understand your pattern a lot better, because the spear pattern is very good, but it can be a little bit confusing. But they are consistent. There are consistent attacks that pretty much everyone can use. It's just they can be a little confusing, because the thing is, spear is one of the only weapons that doesn't have a combo ender for the triangle combo, like some weapons do. Like the heavy combo. The sword's heavy combo ender is one of the best abilities in the game, and you can't get it normally. Makes me kind of want to use the sword a little bit more in the playthrough. I mean, you guys at home will, if you ever pick this game up, which you absolutely should. It's one of the best games ever made. The thing is, you guys at home will probably be using the sword, so maybe I want to use the sword. We actually got another Legion Spear. Huh? Ah, we have our first yokai weapon. These weapons imbue corruption and do more damage for a short burst of time. You guys will actually be using the sword, so maybe I should use it as well to give you an example of what you'll be going through with it. But I'll still stick to the spear as my main weapon, because very few people use it, and I do want to show everybody what the spear can do, since it is so rare to see anyone using the spear properly. I will actually be right back. I need to run to the bathroom. By the by, speaking, if you would like more from me, or you would like to see me more often, I do have, oopsies, I do actually have social links right here. I'm on Twitter and Facebook both. I try and post regularly, but usually I dedicate a lot more time to streaming as a whole. So, back to the game. Hello? Thank you. Back to the game then, shall we? So, this area. There's a little underground area down here. There's some very not good things inside of it. This is a dark realm. It's actually technically a lapse in the dark realm right there, but we'll talk about that in a second. There's a dark realm. There's a forge demon down here. A lesser forge demon. That is down here, and he's very upset. You can see we do a lot of good damage, so it's fine. You actually, if you parry that attack, even if you parry that attack, you can still take the fire damage. That's very powerful. Usually if you parry, see, I put myself out by rolling. Usually if you parry, you don't take any damage whatsoever, so that's one of the few times you will take damage. All these guys were part of the Forge crew that used to work here. As you can see, they tried to escape, but were unable to. We got the Ronin armor, and now they're just a bunch of ash statues. We can get back here. This leads to this chest, and back here if you could defeat him. And then we get to one of the most annoying and powerful bosses in the entire game. This guy is bad. Did I ever open this? No, I did not. I must have forgotten about it because I thought that guy had an axe, not a sword. We got another sickle spear here. Is it any better? Probably not. Probably doesn't have imbue lightning on it. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. We'll find out. Sickle spear. Here we go. Nah, it's nowhere near as good. Well, it does have life drain on melee kill, which is very powerful. But we need that status effect. Oh, this is where you went. Usually when you see me fighting a brawler, I'll switch to the low stance. Kinda try and kill them faster, because they can go into their ground crawling ability and hit us pretty hard. There we go. Leveled up. A little bit different. These are our current stats. I'll go over everything after the level is over, because there are some really weird stats in there. You can see we got like something like toughness and agility, so I'll go over everything when this is over. I'll also go over how to beat this boss properly, because this can be a bit of an annoyance if you don't know what you're doing against this guy. In Twilight missions, which are the harder missions, there are actually 2 dwellers sitting here, so keep that in mind. Let's go. What's this? A forge where everyone has perished. Unfortunate. What is this? The demon of the forge. This guy. Early game, he is a monster. As you can see, he has very high defense. But these pillars around the place will actually knock him down a peg. He puts these little explosive things on the ground, as you can see, and his hitbox is really strange. These will automatically set you on fire at this point, and they can be blocked, but they still do chip damage. It's a tornado attack that you can counter with the right timing, but it is very difficult. He is all in all an early game monster, but as you can see right there, when he knocks one of those pillars down, it actually dumps water on him, and he gains the saturation status effect. There is a soul core. Actually, I probably shouldn't say this, but it is absolutely appropriate. There's a soul core later in the game, much later, from the final boss of the standard game. Specifically, Otaki. Yep, there we go. That's usually what happens. He is a very difficult boss. You might have to use the sword here. Specifically, it's a boss known as Otaki Maru. His soul core ability completely just annihilates this boss. If you have any saturation abilities, which we might actually be able to pick up, because we have an Omeo lock on us. Is the Omeo Mage's saturation water damage one of the first things they can unlock? It might be. Let me check. So we do have an Omeo lock. Omeo Sage locks are pretty rare late game. Early game, they're pretty common. But they're pretty rare early game. Pretty rare late game. Can we get that saturation ability? Purity, fire, water. I'll show how these work now. So, when you go to a shrine, you can go to something called Ready Jutsu, which allows you to, ready jutsus and other Omeo abilities. As you can see here, these are basically usable items that we can assign to our inventory here, our quick tags, which can be used. I will be still using all of these in the main one for now, but over here we will put, our tag and our scroll. Thing is about the scroll, though, it does replace any damage that your weapon already does, and we will be using the sword for this for its consistent attack pattern. So, actually no, I believe in us. We can do it with the spear. We need to kill this guy behind us, though. He's gone. Well, he's not dead, but close enough. We can use this, and then we can coat our weapon in this. This will now do water damage. We can go in here, and we can give him a good tussling. He is somewhat good at playing the keep away game. And his attacks are very consistent, as you can see. But we actually do not bonus damage, but an alright amount of damage. Oh god, that attack. We do an alright amount of damage to him with our new I timed my completely wrong. I was way early. You do kind of want to have him knock these pillars down at a specific point in the fight. Big sword. Right now is where you would want to reapply your weapon type ability. Also right now, as you can see there, is when you would normally want to get him to be saturated. However, as you can see, it's very difficult to do this with a spear. The spear, without any of the abilities, was not really made for these kind of attacks. This kind of boss. The spear is not good for this. Switching your weapon is always viable, which I will be doing now. I'll be switching to the sword since technically we are a bit better with it and it's a bit more consistent. There we go. We'll also be using our yokai shift in a situation like that. We're also going to be only applying when he goes into his rage state. Actually, no, we have 3 tags. We can apply now. Oh, damn. He knocked that down from the side. As you can see, the sword has way more consistency in its attacks, but it does not have any range. And its damage is lower. This guy is just a wall early game you have to kind of get past. If you don't get past the wall, you are not going to continue playing this game. I don't think he's ever caused me to rage, but he has certainly caused me to, ow, rethink my strategy. His attacks are very hard to avoid. I believe this is the last pillar, and we're kind of running out of buff here because he keeps spamming ranged attacks. Wow, that's the that is a consistent pattern I've seen. I rarely see him do that like that. Of course, he doesn't get a lot of it. That was all luck. That was all luck. That was all luck. That had nothing to do with skill. That was pure luck. I believe he does, while he is in his rage state, his slam actually gets more powerful. Damn. Wrong timing. This is still a very difficult game. We just got an elixir back, though. Or if the pillars can actually drop those. I wonder if that is also an elixir. We will go over and find out. Yes, it was. Alright. We might be on track to win this. We're in good pacing now. No, we don't have anything. For some reason I thought we had 4. As you can see, the sword is very consistent. We'll probably end up using the sword and spear. They're both very consistent, like I keep saying. And they're very good to use. The sword has a very good dodge pattern with its attacks. Makes it really good. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Gah! Oh yeah, that was epic. Oh, sorry, I had to go quiet there. That was so good, though. Alright. We are alive. Mostly. We got our first divine. Gives us more... untouched Yomi. That's good. Untouched means that you get a chance of refreshing it when you use it. And just flat elemental damage and Kai. We're actually going to use these two together. Oh, we actually have a Komodo sensor we can use now, so we're going to go back through the levels and use them. After this lovely cutscene where we meet the second best girl. And the third member to our party. As you can see, she's a bit violent. What dashing charisma! Begging for her not to attack and murder us both. What a generous man. Huh?
で、あやかしまで引き連れて何がしたいの？
俺が？俺はな、大空に輝くでっかいお天道様になるんだ。
問題なしね。
要は誰にも負けんほど偉くなってやるってことだ。
私は一匹でも多くあやかしを借りたい。それだけ。
Nothing more, nothing less. She actually has her own
仲間にな
motives.
るのが嫌なら、ここは東吉郎流。
どいて。
銭を払う。雇われてくれ。
こんなはした金で
え、
とんだ勘違いね。
The
今
dog.
度会ったら
Sorry,
あいつ
my
を
dog
殺
is
す。
barking.
おい、ちょっと。
She does not like us because she does not like yokai. She does not like yokai, but it's okay. Our friend here likes us. Tachi likes us, which is what matters. Oh, what a day it is. This is a very good soul core for early game. Not the best for late game, though. You'll get better ones. Let me go deal with the dog real quick. I'll be right back. That mission we just got? Oh, yeah, there are all these as well. Where basically we just left the tutorial. That mission we just got for the dojo is what we'll be doing next. This actually allows us to unlock more stuff, basically. This allows us to unlock more stuff. And this allows us to unlock the missions that we couldn't. Hey, it's you, boy. Man with a personality bland as cardboard here, back again with some more NIOH. So, this is where we'll kind of be changing. This is out of the tutorial. We are officially out of the tutorial now. This is the next one up, the Viper's Sanctum. This is it, basically. So we are going to be going through this game a lot more open than everything. Let's actually see our new yokai that we got. A one-legged, one-eyed yokai. Of minds and believed to have gained. It's usually after use of harsh labor as a blacksmith. Ah, I see. They look like Azuras with their tattoos and swirls all over their body. Very deadly weapon. I need to go let the dog in now because she is inconsistent. Sorry, she has sundowners. Oh, that silly dog. That silly, silly dog. Alright, let's continue with our reading of the yokai, shall we? So he's basically a blacksmith's stress? Makes sense to me. Dweller, yeah, these guys. Depths of Minds. Loathing and Terror of Minds. Legends about the cruelty of it all. It's not very good. Legends about them themselves, however, it's dwellers are actually like a lot of these yokai actually are actual yokai, and later on we'll see like legendary yokai like Shuten Doji and stuff. You know, Takimaru. In the first game, when we get to its era, we'll actually see like the nine-tailed fox as well. Skeleton warriors usually they come back from loyalty. Armored skeleton warriors who are unprepared for their death when it comes, or who take their own lives, return as angry spirits to roam battlefields and assault the living. And we got this guy. Ghost of smoke and darkness born from the grudges of humans who met their untimely ends in the dark realm. It has no one true form. He has like the weird hand thing he does. He's missing most of his face. And we have Komoda. Characters. This guy. You can see he's got quite the history going on with him as well. Tokashiro. Tokachiro. This girl, who was second best girl, you can actually remove the mask, and she looks alright like this though. Very attractive, but she's alright. She believes us to be her enemy, basically. She's a yokai hunter, and she's aggressive as hell. This guy, well, he collects spirit stones. He's had a bit of trouble with the Oda clan in the past. And he's important later, don't worry about it. This is our mother. This is the blacksmith. We will see her family a lot. In fact, we will see a specific member of her family throughout the entire game series. You will see what I mean soon. But we will see her family a lot. A lot. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to make sure everything was working properly. She's a blacksmith. Jeez, this cat is trying to knock over the table in front of me. My apologies. Oh, kitty cat. He's got a really nice hammer. Sadly enough, you cannot get that hammer. It looks really good, though. Speaking of blacksmiths, we got more things from the Tale of NIOH. And the blacksmith. I want to know more. We can ask her about all these things. I'll quickly go through them in her menu. Buy and sell, pretty simple. You can sell goods that you have for your secondary currency, which is gold. You can buy stuff. Book of Reincarnation is always nice to have. It's basically a respec. Special finds are random items that can be very good or very bad. You can buy just junk items from her. Junk armor, you can buy back. You can forge. She actually knows how to craft armor and stuff, and you can forge armor. This is how you get a lot of the stronger armor suits in the games. Most armor you pick up, you will actually get the forging crafting thing for. You'll get the recipe for, but some of them you need specific blacksmith tomes, as you can see. I don't have any of the strong ones. I don't have the big yokai hammer or anything. Forging works on three different sets, basically. You have 3 different types of materials. You have normal quality, high quality, and highest quality. And all of these will give you different outcomes. We don't actually have any cannons yet or any guns. Soul matching allows you to put two weapons together that you have familiarity with. So we can put our main spear here with a spear of a higher familiarity or greater, and that will actually increase its durability. Not its durability. That will actually increase its attack, while at the same time possibly increasing its level, like up here, which I believe we will actually want to do because we have imbue lightning on this one, but it costs a lot of money to do that, as you can see. I don't actually quite want to do that. Refurnish just allows us to change what it looks like. So we can just be like, I want the spear to look like this instead. Or I want it to look like, I want my sword to look a bit different. And you can change what it looks like. You can make it into any other type of weapon. It doesn't affect the stats. You do the same thing with armor. Same thing with armor. Just, you want to change your armor to look like you're wearing a full, million demons suit? You can. I like what we're wearing now, though. Temper allows us to change the slots of what we get, are the buff slots from what we get, by using a special kind of metal we have none of right now called Umbersite. Remodeling, we need him for that. And then disassemble, we can get different ingredients. We can actually get Umbersite fragments from this right now, so we might actually want to do that. You can kind of take everything apart like this by holding that. And then you will get Umbersite. That is what that does. So, let us go through our mission here and find the rest of the Komoda with our newest Komoda sensor ability. And see how much we have improved before we move on to the Viper's Den. So, sensor abilities, March 1555, damn. This is way back in the day, 500 years ago. Well, not quite 500 years ago, but a while ago. As you can see, it's pretty powerful stuff, though. Time is an incredibly powerful thing. As you can see, we got like a little sensor up there. See that little green dot? That's a Komoda in our map. We need specific things to allow us to sense them in the area, or we won't be able to feel them out. You can get anything for this: enemies, items, treasure, dead bodies. There's a hold on. Sorry, my cat was decided to attack me viciously through biting me. But yeah, you can get sensors for everything. There's a spirit later on that we want to get, which allows us to sense pretty much everything. It's the spirit from our master, who we will meet, a very famous, important man. The cat has decided to attack me violently again, but I will ignore it for now. I can't, because it hurts too much. It's warning me about Twilight missions. Stop! Stop! Ah! Okay. Hold on. You got something on you. He rolled around in some paper or something. Give me a second. Oh, you hurt me. Sorry, he's a very greedy cat for attention. He's very greedy for attention. Okay. Oh my. Oh man, that hurt like hell. It scared the hell out of me. Alright, time for you to die. You're old news. 1, 2, and flurry. Get in this, get in here. Cat's attacking my foot again. Ow. Ow. I gotta concentrate. It's very hard to concentrate when there's a 16-pound cat hanging off your foot. Gah, why are you violent? He's such a violent kitty cat. Ow. Oh, dodge. Yeah, he did it twice. My bad. I believe he only bucks at the end of his attack no matter what. I think if he hits you early, he won't buck. On the second one. Sorry. On the first. Here we go. I love how this is the second enemy they throw at you in the game. It's supposed to teach you disengagement, but we're too good for that. Whoop. I just screwed up there. My apologies. Let's kill this guy now. With a big sword. There we go. Move it off, but we're still good. The cat has now decided to absolutely destroy my carpeting in rebellion for me not paying any attention to him. But I pay attention to you constantly, Kage. Don't I? I've never neglected you one single time. Why do you feel the need? Ow! Why do you feel the need to be so violent now? Sorry. The cat, you know how he is. Oh boy. He's very attention hungry no matter what. He's very violent. We found him in a dumpster. We found him in a Kroger's dumpster. Well, we didn't technically find him, the organization did. We just got him, we adopted him. My previous cat died in surgery a while back. Good kitty. Let's go pick up that Komoda now. Why are you violent? Okay, you must be crazy. Here's one of the Komoda. This guy drops me more elixir. The elixir Komoda aren't too powerful. Sorry, I had to play with my cat a little bit or he's gonna get anxious enough to start violently ripping at everything. He doesn't want out, he just wants attention. Just generally, he just wants attention. So, yeah. He's just violent. He's very angry. So, yeah, we're gonna be playing a lot of good games like this. I personally believe NIOH is one of the best game series ever. Team Ninja always, well, usually, does really good work, so... We gotta cover the entire area here. There's another Komoda over there. I don't know what Komoda means in Japanese. It means child, I believe. You'll find this out on Saturday. Saturday we will be doing a full live stream learning Japanese. And I will be teaching you what I know. I've been doing it for about 4 years now, so... a little bit more than 3, but whatever. It doesn't matter. If you're dedicated to it, you can learn it. I learned dedicating myself to it is very important. See, if I have the charge back, I would use it there to kill him. Nah, it's not a Tanuki. Tanuki can pretty much spawn at every level. I say Tanuki, they're not actually Tanuki, but they're very similar. Kill him. We're good. There's another one. Kill him too. There we go. We're good. The cat continues to destroy something. What do you have? Ah, you have a paper towel. Of course, damn, I need my model to do something while I'm away. I just kind of stare at you intently into your soul. Oh boy. Come on. Oh, I see how it is. It wants to fight. There we go. There we go. Back to it then, shall we? This model doesn't like to connect at this kind of angle sometimes. But we're good most of the time, and that's what matters. What matters is that you guys have something. You can see me. So, back to it. Yes. We're gonna kill this Revenant real quick. Damn. There we go. Oh, I didn't actually kill him. There we go. Now he's dead. In the original game, in the first area, there's actually a grave with a developer's name on it, the creator of the game. He's in that area you get the blade, which allows you to commit ritualistic unaliving to gain your honor back. Let's go get that Komodo real quick. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Remember to like and subscribe if you're watching this right now, because it really helps with the algorithm, and I need to, well, prove that I'm the best to everybody, so the only way I can do that is by, well, helping others and showing everyone the numbers that I have, because for some reason in society we judge each other by larger numbers or larger houses or cars, even though most of the people that have those larger houses or cars are not happy about it. 2 for 1. Technically. 2 for 1 plus a combo. That's alright. Personally couldn't understand that. To me, it seems like having something like that might put a target on your back. That's why I'm not really a big fan of it. Nah, but you can't be staggered out. Damn. If that guy hit me with a headshot right there, it'll probably immediately kill me. Put it on that charge attack, if I had it. Sorry, that charge attack is very powerful. It's very good. Usually we want it, but we're just looking for Komodo right now, so we should be alright. I don't think there are any others. I think the rest of them are basically in town. The game will actually tell us when we have them all from this area. Let's go like this. Let's just kill everyone in the village with our bow here. Now you noticed. Is there anything else I need to go over in the game? Because I want to give you guys a very informed experience here, and I have a lot of experience with the game. More than 100 hours. The online community is somewhat alive, but it's mostly dead. You're very rarely going to see people online. Although they do help each other out occasionally, and there are communities where you can find people to help you. The game's community is mostly single-player orientated. You don't really... It's not like Dark Souls or Elden Ring where you can play through the entire game with your buddy. You wouldn't want that anyways. Other people always ruin the experience of something like this. In my opinion. I will never play through something like Elden Ring or Dark Souls with another person. Unless specifically I've played through the game before, so I can get the full experience from it. Honestly, I know this is hypocritical of me to say, and don't let what I'm about to say dissuade you from continuing to watch, but I wouldn't watch this game. I would play it. This game is very good, and its story is, while at times it can be very corny and cheesy, It has a very rich and very well done story that has a lot of tales of a lot of real tragedies that happen in real life. To a lot of people, it certainly does not deserve them. Some that did, we'll get to them later, but some that certainly did not. Receive the rare item finder title. Oh yeah, titles are a thing. I'll go over those when we actually get one. I can get a title point. Yeah, it's a very good game series because of that, because it touches on topics that actually happened IRL, and it's very good because of that. I would honestly say it's one of the best games if you want to learn a lot about old Japanese history. Do we have a samurai point? No, we have a sword point. We want to pick up this first off, because that leads to the other counters. I'm going to get this second off. This third off. And we're going to save that for the mission we're about to do. Yeah, unfortunately, bad stuff happened. Bad stuff happened in every country's history, really. That's usually how countries are formed. Bad stuff happened to some people, and they either did something about it, or someone else did something about it, for some reason or another. That's humans, I guess. They're odd creatures. Personally, I'm not human at all. Not in any way. Actually, I'm not even related to them even slightly, but I've been observing them for a long time, and I gotta say, they're very aggressive. Some humans will hate each other on the principle of just hating each other for no reason. I mean, sure, I get jealous of white foxes sometimes. Especially those prissy ones with two tails. But it's not like I want to hurt them. Maybe pull on the ears occasionally, but I don't want to soothe. But humans, and in the end of the day, no matter what I do, whatever I am, we grow through someone's in my house. Hold on. The dog is losing her mind again. That quirky little dog, I swear. Anyways. There we go. Hair fixed. That happens occasionally, don't worry about it. But, that quirky little dog, I swear, like I was saying. Send to tea house. Later food, we could pick this up, but we don't really need to do that. What we need to do instead is just kind of focus on what we got. We actually got another spear point now. We have 3 total, which is very important. We got another komoda here. Behind these barrels. Not barrels, baskets. And now the dog wants in because she thought someone was home, but no one was, and she became very disappointed because she is confused. There's another tanuki right there. Let me go take care of her real quick after that. My animals need almost constant constant monitoring because they're either very spoiled or very old. My dog herself is about 20-ish. She's about 21-ish, I believe. There we go. I'm back to this little pedestal. Okay. So, yeah, my dog's about 21-ish, and her brain, the chemicals in her brain don't work too well anymore. Her internal clock is very bad. So she has issues. It happens when you get old. It happens to all of us. For you all, it'll be about 80 or so years. Got another 830 in me, I feel. Yeah, 830 sounds about good. I'll die at 830 or more. Maybe about 900 or so. That's really where I want to go, you know. I want to live a while, but things might be good in the future. You never know. Maybe, I mean, the world is pretty good right now. We're not living in exactly a really bad time. It's just people are very stupid right now. I shall bring this nightmare to an end. All Komodo spirits on the mission. Yay. What gets us good at lantern food from this guy? He's a yokai. You know what kind of yokai this is. You know, you probably do. A lot of things here you can just find on yokai.com. So, 2, 3. We can pick this up. Split staff. Oh, that's nice. That's a split staff. Level 8. Let's kill him. Yeah, he's a level 8, but he's still a deadly threat. So we gotta take him seriously and stab him in the back while he's on the ground. Kill him, you know. Alright, next up. 1. Blind man, apparently. I don't know why he couldn't see me. Where's the last one? Oh, here he is. No, he's dead. There he is. There. All dead. Yeah, his body actually fell, huh? I didn't see that before. Alright, we're going through the last little bit of the mission here. We don't have any more Komodo, so we can just kind of go straight to the boss. No, we don't really need to do anything else. We do probably want to level up, though. We do probably want to level up. Because I do want to do pretty much everything the game has to offer, with the exception of few certain quests I'll have to grind out, because a lot of them are very annoying, and I'll have to look up guides for, because some of them, especially in the later parts of the game, in the DLC, require you to get very specific items for very specific missions, or play missions you can only play like once a day, and you have to get lucky with if the game spawns the mission you need, and if it doesn't, you just gotta play a different mission for that entire day. We were almost paralyzed there. I thought I could get out of that, but I was unable to. Oh well. So, yeah, it's a mechanical Twilight missions later on, and there's a certain mission where you can only do it by getting a Twilight mission. And if you don't get that Twilight mission, you gotta wait another 24 hours or so. I think it's actually over 12 hours. And if you still don't get it, you gotta wait again. It's easier to do it when the mission is first, like, you can first get it, because the game can only pull from missions you have completed as their Twilight variants. But I digress. Let's kill this guy. I really killed him with that burst counter. It's happening a lot. This stream is magical, man. I'm seeing things in the game I rarely see normally. We can go level up and open this chest now. After that, oh, I never noticed there was like a little garden over here, a little pond. That is very nice. It's a little river alongside. I want to own a place like this one day. Well, I myself am not from Japan. My mother lived there for many years. She was in one of the. She was part of one of the Tamil Kings at one point. So that's just how old she is nowadays, especially. I haven't seen her for a long time. But yeah, that's life, I guess. You know, people move on, people move out, things happen. Yeah. Anyways, enough of moping about the past. Time to kill this thing. Again. I believe we already have all of its lore, so we're just doing this for the Amrita. That was very risky. That's a very hard shot to pull off. Oh! At least we get to see this attack now. Keep in mind that blade has teeth on it. These things will actually hit this thing and damage it. Unlike the building back there, which was phase 3. You can kind of phase through that as well, or you can get him to push you in a certain direction. Yeah, press triangle one too many times. Who it? Dodges like that take a lifetime to master, so don't worry if you can't do them like me. Took a really big gamble there. I assumed I was safe. If that grab attack would have hit me, it would have been done a lot of damage. Because he's in his rage state. God damn it, that's such an issue. Kai is at 99. Let's put this to rest, shall we? Well, let's bring this rivalry to rest. Wait, let's get some damage off on it. He keeps pushing me away. Oh. Yeah, the saturation on him actually drains pretty quickly. Every boss has like a different resistance to each of the elemental types. Which Enemy does as well. How odd. One, two, three, break him, go, combo, we're done. And then we turn into a demon and slam him to the ground. And now that he's dead, we see our friend once again. And we also eat this Mizuki soul. And we're good. Oh, damn. We are doing good now. We'll get the warrior mission and then we can finally get some of the good skills from that skill tree. Yes, we are fully aware about your misbehaving, misbegotten monkeyness. Anyway, it's time to level up, get everything done, and move out to the dojo. Getting more Kai is never a bad thing. Let's move to the dojo and we can finally get our Way of the Warrior missions. Right here. It's clear that you have some skill, but also that you are self-taught. There's only so much you can learn on your own. But luckily enough for you, I found just the teacher for you. This guy, I believe, is also a real person. The guy we're about to fight. Not this guy, the person who, like the teachers we have in the game. This guy, I believe he was a real person. He might be a legend, maybe, but he also might be an actual person. Swordsman's lock. What if I was used right there? Lol. Swordsman's lock. Kai sword. What? Why do I have this? This is a very weird ability. Why do I have this? Sword of Meditation. We need Kai Sword. Kai Sword. I believe he will summon ninjas for us to fight. Oh, there's just this random dude. Oh my god. Forgot how weird that skill is, Sword of Meditation. It's so weird. It's so strange. He just walks forwards. It is a very powerful skill. I forget where you actually get it from. I believe it is here. Yeah, Sword of Meditation. A powerful attack that has a wide opening. You... Bup, 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 bup. And you can extend it. The longer you extend it, the more powerful it is. So... Dead, 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 dead. Whoop. And then he's dead. Yeah, I wish you could get this robe in-game. This is a very nice robe. I wish you can get it in-game, but I don't think you can. Seems to be winter where we are. Man, I wish it would snow where I am. It might. We might have a harsh snow. I wish we had a very harsh snow coming soon. I love snow. It's the best thing ever. Now we have warrior locks, and we can, you know, use more abilities, which are very important. Here we go. Samurai's lock. We can use these abilities now, I do believe. No, it's a different mission. Okay. I believe it is the Spear of Mastery mission we need for that one, but we do have this now. Okay, what else do we need? This. Yes. It's a mid-stance menace. I rarely find a use for that one, so we won't pick it up. Instead, we do want this, however. So, this is a special form of our grapple attack that does more damage. And then we have a samurai lock. We can't repeat that mission, sadly. We cannot repeat it for the same stuff, so we just gotta go into this. Dealt damage, high stance, low stance. We want this over here. We want these abilities. Okay, what else we got here? Combs are pretty powerful. A lot of them are pretty good. They're usually regarded as weak in the community, but I do like them. Oh, hold on, wait a minute here. That might be good. Hold on. Can we get double blue? Double blue. Not quite. Okay. We need something light. We need low agility. I'll actually explain how like agility and everything works now. Because it is somewhat complex if you don't know. It's really weird. Agility is basically your equipment load, but it affects. It's like Dark Souls 3. It affects more than just your dodges and everything. Ah, here we go. Shinobi pants. Actually, slightly better for the purpose we need them for. There we go. Stealth. Stealth is a really weird one. It's the detection rate of an enemy. Arm guards. I don't think we have any arm guards. The lighter. We're pretty much wearing the lightest we can get right now. Yeah. And then up here. Oh, hold on. More shinobi stuff. It's good. We actually want to be a shinobi. Ooh. Hold on a minute here. Nah, that's okay though. Shinobi power. Got a good life drain on Bullseye. That's very good. Bullseye means you hit them in one of their critical spots, like a horn or a head. I got new weapons. Nothing in particular. Actually, hold on a minute. That has shock on it, and it's a transfer. Hold on. We can do something really good. Please, I think this works like this. I think our weapon already might have a transfer on it, anyways, which would not work. But hopefully, this actually works. Where is it? Yeah, our weapon already has a transfer on it. What that means? Hold on, I'll scroll down to it. Yeah, increases the rate in which the electrified element on shock lightning base. Yeah, but our weapon already has a transfer skill on it. That's what that little thing means right there. We might be able to use this to imbue it, though. Sorry, temper it. We don't have the capability yet, though. We don't have any Umber sight. Unfortunate. Can you smith Umber sight yet, or is that a crafting recipe? Oh, you can make Umber sight. Okay. It takes a lot to make one Umber sight, but early game this is going to happen a lot. But we can temper things now, so let's see if we can get anything good for our main weapon. No. Attack damage, melee crit, no, we can't get anything good there. What about this? Paralysis, burn, nothing. Nothing at all. But we do know more about a specific yokai. Inky now. Of tales known as stories of encounters with humans, huh? Famous tales. So if you don't know where that is, well, let's actually find out. Where is that? IRL, where is that? This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna learn here, folks. Where is that place, IRL? I think I might know because I've done a lot of research for my campaigns. Where is that? Where is that? That is near the southern section of Japan. Hold on. Hopefully Google Maps doesn't smite me for showing it. That is here. That's this place, right here. That's where that is. Okay. He looks so strange wearing that. Lightning blade. So we can actually replace this sword with a better one, I believe. This is a level 13. Do we have anything level 13? Thing is, I'm used to the end of game loop, so in end game, pretty much everything drops at max level 160 or 150. We actually got another side quest mission here. There's someone who has been. It's a bandit stirring up trouble. I believe this is a wave defense mission. I know there's two. There's two missions on here. There's two side quests we can go through. There's all the Komoda we've collected thus far. Alright, let's get back into this. Yeah, this is a wave defense. Wave survival, sorry. This guy. It's a Kato. Unlike me. I'm no Kato. Many people do confuse foxes for cats nowadays, I hear. Especially ones of my specific variety as a fox. Whoop. One. Okay, we're good. 1, 2, 3. These things. These are only by. They are elemental things. When you kill one, you actually elemental like on these. You actually get their elemental variety on these weapons. You can see. The game will purposely put these guys in areas to make it more difficult on you. That actually has a weapon elemental because he got caught on fire by that attack. We're not using anything which normally does fire damage through that, so that's actually affected by our elemental damage. So as you can see, the game will purposely put these things in the way to annoy us. If we don't choose the right elemental type, we could get less damage normally. Also, the elemental damage is stronger than imbuing damage in most cases. As you can see, we're doing like in the 50s for lightning damage now, 40s to 50s. Before we were doing in the teens to 20s. It's actually stronger than normal. So even if you have lightning imbued on your weapon, you would still want to gain lightning. I killed you. You would still want to gain lightning on your tags. Even if you're using a lightning weapon, you can still use like lightning paper, like this. And it actually builds it up faster and does more damage. Let's actually saturate this guy so we can do damage. Low stance is always better for adding status spikes, as you can see. That was the only way we're gonna live through that, sorry. Ooh, there we go. Okay, he's no longer saturated. We want to use that. And I think that's the end of the mission. Yeah, that's the end. Still can't understand these little guys, unfortunately. So we haven't absorbed enough of their souls to do so yet. Unfortunately. Not enough soul power. Not enough soul power. Yokai extermination was well done. Thanks to I see. Got a bandit's axe. Oh, demon's horn. Those are crafting materials. Clay bell of beckoning. It actually summons one of the cats. It's a useless item, but whatever. We also got summoner's candles, which is nice. But when you complete a mission, the drops of the mission actually change as well, so you can't get the same items. As you can see, we get a divine branch and everything for doing that again. Now let's go over here and complete this. More key. We can go over here now and do this little mission. Up that just Dosan. Version that deals with regular has gone missing. A missing merchant, huh? There's Komada in this level. Well, let's try and track him down. Then we'll replay the second story mission and get all the Komada from there. This is a frequent place you'll see. A lot of side quests take place here. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Whoop. It looks super goofy when they two people with spear fight each other. 1, 2, 3. Eh? I gotta remember I actually have this now. It's a very powerful attack. We can actually use that. Spear shove. We also have a fatal thrust as well, which is very powerful. Let's increase this further. What is this? Oh, yeah, the Dark Realm, okay. Because usually we're in yokai form in the Dark Realm when we're attacking. Oh, here he comes. You're out of Kai! There, that's what you can do with that ability. Lesson for the day. It's very powerful, as you can see. You put somebody in a grappling attack, the standard grappling attack, not the advanced one we can get later if you hit them while they're out of Kai, like that. It's very strong. There's a Komodo behind here. Komodo used to disappear if you used the dash near them in the first game, but they fixed that since that's very annoying. Where are you? I think you're up above me. Yeah, you are. Push the wrong button. You're out of stamina! I love doing that. Oh, this is gonna be good. There we go, it's so good. And the dog is freaking out again. Isn't she just adorable? And insane. The slightest movement outside will cause her to bark. And because, you know, her brain doesn't work quite right, she never gets tired at night time. Like, she'll sleep at night, but her brain always says that she has to be worried and anxious at night because she has sundowners now. You're gonna hear her a lot. You better get used to her as well, because I've been living like this for most of my life. I always thought you couldn't parry that explosion. So these are... ah, fuck. These are the new enemies. These guys. They have one big arm. Those crystals near their head, poking out of their shoulder, those are actually their weak spot. You can hit them there and it'll do good damage. Or you can just slap them with a big sword and take a lot of damage yourself. They'll pull out spears and swords and such, and I can try and kill him. Nope, not enough Kai. I needed more. I need to level up Kai more. Oh, there's a thing behind me. I didn't see that. Alright, we're gonna try our best here. Yeah, about what I thought. I thought he might be doing it. We're gonna pulse and then tiger run, and then we're gonna go. I love how he puts his arm down like he gets frustrated. Let's try and break his horn. There we go. Worked perfectly. Then we can stab him with the dagger. That dagger is a very powerful weapon. And he's saturated now. And then we do a lot more lightning damage to him now. And it didn't matter too much because we only got 2 basic attacks. And he died immediately afterwards, but we could have done a lot of lightning damage. I believe that is how that status effect works. Two, three. Go. And then we continue. You know what I was thinking about doing, guys? I was thinking about doing some ASMR. That sounds really good. If I had a better microphone, I'd probably be doing that right now. That sounds really nice. ASMR, you know? That sounds really good. was thinking maybe after the stream. So I gotta stop around 11:30, maybe sooner. I was thinking maybe after the stream sometime tonight we could do another D&D guide. I've been thinking about Monk for a while. Yeah, I do want to give you guys your optimization options for Monk and what's best for Monk in those D&D guides, but I also want to kind of show you that there are other optimizations you can do, but just the standard ones. And there's optional rules you can take advantage of. I always use the oversized weapon optional rules as an example because a lot of people don't know about it. But there are others you can actually do. There's a new enemy type, by the way. You can actually do this, and it will stun them. You can hit them in the eye, and it will stun them for a small period. That's why I love that skill. It's so good. As you can see, different sized yokai will open up different sized portals. Which is okay. It's alright. They all go away the same way, so it doesn't matter too much. There's an ambush up here, by the way. There's a guy right around here somewhere. Actually, no, this is a different level. There's also Komoda that I've been missing, so I will go back and find them. I believe they're on the other side of this. So there's a second way up. Over here. What did I miss? 2 arrows, okay. There's a dark realm over here, and I believe there's another pathway up, which I will be taking as well. I want to show everything, so... Woo! Gotcha! I was wondering if that would work on him. No, it did. It did. Sorry. I had to concentrate. So. Okay. Looks like we're in the good here. There's a dark realm up ahead. I forget. I think this is our first introduction to a Tengu? No, that's later. Okay, yeah, Tengu are an enemy type in the game. They're very annoying. Not the worst enemy type in the game. Honestly, I couldn't tell you what actually is, but they're pretty bad. I kind of hate Tengu. I tell you, I know what the worst enemy type in the game is. It's a DLC enemy. I need to be very careful here, or I get murdered. Let's say if I don't hit that, I'm dead. We can kind of use this corpse file to our advantage if we need to. Bang, boom, wa-ta-ta-ta-ta. Stab him in the throat, yeah. Then we get big. Alright. Oh, I hit him so hard he glitched out and his blood glitched out. That actually is a grapple attack, as you can see. It actually pins enemies to the ground if they're human. Or other shifters. Yeah, if you start strafing in one direction just before he fires it, you can actually hit that. These guys have basically 2 vulnerable spots. Their crystals and their head. As you can see there. I would destroy the crystals first. Ninja lock. Hell yeah, I'll take it. There's a tiny cat here. Kitty. I love cats. They're great. I think that's great. There's a Komoda up there. I can get up there from the side. Yeah, that's right. Okay. I get up there from